I cannot believe it.
He did it.
You did it, sir! I did it!
You published your first
Review.
How could you? How could you let me upload such cringe?
I'm not sure what you...
It's terrible! As if anything else in my life can go wrong. My health, my car, my job, and now after 2 months of effort, this is how I sound? Inauthentic, overanalytic, unenergetic, or, in other words...
You don't look that bad.
It sounded fine to me.
Of course, you'd think that, but to the average viewer, I'm nothing but a giant ball of cringe. Why does God hate me?
I don't think
he hates you.
I
think he's testing your
metal,
tempering
you into someone
less, as you
you say, cringe.
Maybe. At this point, I don't have anywhere else to go but up. You know, all this talk about God testing and cringiness reminds me of a certain game.
Nice, nice! Very nice!
And what
game did you have
in mind? Long ago in the year 2012, the Avengers broke box office records, and we all watched as the world did not, in fact, end. The internet was a different place. Netflix was $8 a month. Twitter was only 140 characters, and YouTube proudly wanted you to broadcast yourself. My, how times have changed. That same year, a little indie game was released, one well received by critics and gamers alike. This is Dust, an Elysian tale. The game was primarily developed by
Dean Dodrill over the course of 4 grueling years. Dust began life as a small, independent animation film in 2004. However, Mr. Dodrill had greater ambitions. In 2008, with zero coding skills, he dove headfirst into developing Dust as we see it today. With support from his wife Elizabeth and the power of God and anime on his side, he won the Xbox Dream Build Play exhibition in 2009. And thus, Dust: An Elysian Tale was set to launch on Xbox Live Arcade. As development progressed, Dean faced several challenges. His third child was on the way, and a major bug needed fixing, or else his whole dialogue system would need to be scrapped. After receiving a revelation during a nap, he rewrites the whole system 10 days before the game is finished. Dean often thanks God for his success, saying that he could not have finished without the Lord's divine intervention. To this day, the game has sold over 1 million copies.
Wow!
Yeah, the story of Dust's development can be far more exciting than the game itself. Honestly, seeing Dean go through so much, he's a pretty amazing dude.
But why would you call his game
cringe?
Hey, just because I like the developer doesn't mean that the game is perfect. There's just a few, let's call it, artistic elements in the game that won't agree with everyone.
You better be respectful to Dean now, you hear?
I'm watching you, Wazowski. Always watching.
Dust: An Elysian Tale is a Metroidvania hack-and-slash platformer. Compared to games like Metroid or Hollow Knight that have one massive interconnected map to explore, Dust is comprised of multiple, smaller, separate levels, most of which are linear, but you can re-explore them after you gain new abilities to find minor secrets. However, the abilities and exploration take a back seat to fighting off swarms of enemies, building up combos, and progressing through the story. The very first time I played Dust, I was immediately impressed. The game is just so well polished. The gameplay's solid, the animation is super well done, and heck, it's fully voice acted.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Of course, if you said no, I need to bite your face off.
This war is turning all of us into monsters.
Dust, you must take care.
Every single line of dialogue, even from smaller little side characters, is spoken. Of course, as polished as the game is, you might notice a few things regarding the character design. You see, the art for all the characters were deeply inspired by Disney and Don Bluth films, which means... Of course, most people are ambivalent towards Dust's art style, and it's rather wholesome, but it also brings a particular audience from the internet.
Hey, hold on. Don't you collect manga?
Yeah, what's your point?
Oh, something about kettles.
While I've since gotten used to the art style, one gripe I still have is the overly frequent voice lines. And in a fully voiced story-heavy game like this, there's a fine line between fleshing out the world and characters and interrupting gameplay every 5 minutes so the characters can comment on what would normally be apparent to the player. And worse, if you get through the dialogue and you die before a save point, you'll have no choice but to listen through that dialogue again.
Or so I thought.
The first time I played Dust, I missed something pretty darn important. Turns out there's a skip dialogue button. Look, if I had known that back then, my feelings for Dust going into this review would have been far more positive, but that's on me. Funnily enough, while recording gameplay, I ended up watching all the dialogue through again, even with the option to skip it. Because, well, I like the story. Even with all of its cliches like Dust acting too cool for school, or having an oversized talking sword, or starting the game without his memories.
Because of amnesia.
Although, if there's one thing, the companion character Fidget's voice can be a bit grating.
Ah! What are these things? Stop. Stop right there. Ah! What is that thing? It's hideous. Hey, ease off. Dust can't remember, okay? Whoa. Hold on a second. What is that thing?
But if you're like me, you're pretty used to this sort of early 2000s anime line delivery. In fact, many of the voice actors from Dust have gone on to do even more recognizable roles.
You asked about Upper One earlier. Came in here to question you since you're one of the suspects.
You won't get tired of my voice, will you? Be more careful. I won't bore you with all the details of...
Don't tell me it's over. All right, Gato, pay up.
Oh, hey Retzko. How goes the booth planning?
If there was anything to really criticize, I'd say that the combat does get a little repetitive. But that could also be the fact that I 100%ed the game on the hardest difficulty, which does make it a little bit more mundane. Also, there's one section that could use some better audio mixing. The water here is too loud to hear the voice actors. All in all, Dean made a really awesome, not too long game. On his first try as well. I certainly couldn't do that. He's already released his second game, and as of the making of this video, he is currently working diligently on another. A lot of people are hoping it's Dust 2. You're a great role model, Dean Dodrell. I pray that God may watch over you and your family.
Introduce yourself for anybody who doesn't know you.
Hi, I'm Dean Dodrell. I'm an independent developer. Created a game called Dust and Elysian that came out Summer Arcade last year for Xbox Live Arcade. the only advice I could give to other independent developers is, it's all about persistence and love for what you do. I mean, look at me, I didn't know what I was doing, and somehow through this odyssey learned how to make a game. And I'm just a gamer, and I'm sure a lot of other gamers wish they could make games, and it can be done. It's a very fulfilling thing to get into.
Now let's just hope I don't get any weird allegations from the internet after this review. I'm cringe enough as it is just being an anime fan.
Allegations?
No way!
Besides, your internet net reach is still only kilobytes in size. Practically no one will see this.
Gee, thanks, Pixel.
You're very welcome, sir, creator.
With that, God bless and have a great rest of your day.
And maybe I should sound happier about that, but I'm just feeling really low today, and I don't know, but let's try it again.
Settle in, Lucian. This can take a while.
You said no, I need to bite your face off. Go nom nom noms all over your face.
I am Lady
You want to know something really funny I noticed as I'm looking through the scripts and everything? Fidget's most recurring line seems to be, "What is that thing?"